The Super Bowl is this afternoon. Okay, we are going straight into it. Well, I have to say one thing. This will be uploaded in a different channel. Obviously, not where I do mainly my wrestling. I had second thoughts about this earlier in the last couple weeks. Thanks. The only thing to have the most views, above 50, was a playoff prediction vid. And wow, my YouTube, my freaking wrestling videos are still growing to this day. So I thought just making a different channel so I can separate real sports with sports entertainment. Thanks, I think that would be a better, more comfortable situation for me. I don't have them together. So we have the New England Patriots facing off against the freaking Los Angeles Rams in Atlanta for Super Bowl 53. And my thoughts of seeing the Patriots win a consecutive, losing two consecutive Super Bowls in a row could happen. I have dreams. Philadelphia Eagles fans have dreams. Uh, Falcons fans have dreams. Obviously, you'll see a few Falcons fans in Atlanta after 2 years ago after losing the Super Bowl. And we should know from one thing: we should not sleep on the Patriots. Because Chris Hogan, no, not Josh Gordon. He's not even playing. Ha ha ha. Drugs, drugs, and a whole lot of stuff. They still have the most reliable offensive line in the NFL. They have a tremendously talented group of players. Even looking at this list, I even got the depth chart. They still have Robert Gronkowski, Julian Edelman, Philip Dorsett, Brian Hoyer, Sony Mitchell. Tom Brady's still one of the best and greatest quarterbacks of all time, let alone his age. A pretty good offensive line that's been reliable majority of the postseason, barely getting sacked. Even though you should know about David Andrews, Marcus Kamen, Trent Brown, and Joey Thoney, they still have a reliable offensive line, even though the most notable player they lost over the offseason. Even though it was a weak regular season Patriots team, they still couldn't stop Tom Brady off throwing, even though they lost Nate Solder to the Giants. Even though they freed up a lot of cap space, and Nate Solder went with a weak season with the Giants. So I think the Patriots still won because they're in the playoffs and the Giants are not. Even though people thought that the Patriots were going to miss the playoffs, they still have the most dangerous secondary and the best defensive unit in the NFL with Lawrence Guy, Trey Flowers, Malcolm Brown, Adrian Claiborne, Dante Hightower, the best secondary in the NFL. Coming out with Stephon Gilmore, Jason McCourty, Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung, and Nate Ebner that's been getting a few plays. So Stephen Gostkowski. That's literally it for the Patriots. My thoughts on them actually winning could just be poor pressure situations or weak third down plays. I don't see much turnovers. It just looks like an outscoring performance. If the defense comes to play for the Rams, because obviously what's more notable, Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh, or their not notable secondary, they haven't been able to stop the backfield that regularly in the regular season. So, but they have been able to swat down some good pass plays, and they're reliable at moments. They're not reliable all the time. So the Rams just keeping up with Tom Brady down midfield will be a bit of a struggle. If you fans don't know the roster for the frickin' Rams, I'll read it for you if you're just watching the Super Bowl for the first time and you just want to get into football. Never too late to be a football fan, folks. Jared Goff is starting quarterback. Todd Gurley. They have Malcolm Brown as second string. Frickin' Brandon Cooks, that was formerly part of the New England Patriots. Robert Woods. Josh Reynolds, that's been reliable receiver for the frickin' Rams. Cooper Kupp, that was injured for a while. And don't forget about Tyler Higbee, C.J. Anderson that they have right now, Andrew Whiteworth, Roger Stafford, John Sullivan. That's been all right. And Jared Goff is a system quarterback, so it's not reliable that he's a great playmaker like Pat Mahomes, Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, not the makeshift quarterback that can make plays out of the hat when the pocket collapses. So obviously they're going to rely on what they know best, Todd Gurley, off the offensive side of things. The next thing, after their free agent massacre and just signed Ndamukong Suh, Marcus Peters, they also got Troy Hill, Aqib Talib. Almost everybody's healthy, so this is against two top teams in their respective conference. So I'm suspecting a lot more. Even though there's a lot of great players, we should not sleep. Even though the Patriots, obviously, if you've been watching the Super Bowl for the past couple of years and you've seen how the Patriots can hold themselves to a high standard in postseason situation, I've been saying this on my other channel, where you never should leave the Patriots high and dry. Don't underestimate them. That's what cost the freaking Falcons the Super Bowl. That's what cost the Seahawks the Super Bowl. Ndamukong Suh and Michael Brucker, freaking Aaron Donald, that one defensive player of the year, by the way. Corey Littleton, Samson Ubakam, Brian Hager, Marcus Peters, Mark Byron, Sam Shields, LaMarcus Joyner, that's been pretty good this season. That it's a crazy defensive unit that's literally more on pressuring the quarterback than, trying to stop the backfield and deflecting passes. But if they can do anything right, I think that this might be an interesting game. I obviously had in my prediction video the Patriots going to the Super Bowl. Obviously, if the Chiefs couldn't, if they were inexperienced with a new quarterback, the way they can handle themselves on defense, obviously losing Marcus Peters and a lot of other players in their defensive unit, kind of slowed them down as a team. Obviously, the Rams are the more well-built, more constructed. They have a better, younger head coach out of John McVay against Bill Belichick. And I think that he's one of the youngest coaches to be coaching in the Super Bowl. Even though he did not win Coach of the Year, sadly, he went to Chicago Bears coach after a comeback season for the Bears, making it to the playoffs. And even though Gronkowski hasn't got the best regular season, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a really interesting Super Bowl. If you guys have thoughts, if you guys view this video, comment below if you know who's going to make this, who is ever going to win. I think it'll be like a 7-14 point deficit game. Whoever's going to win is either going to be by double digits. I think these are two high octane teams, and don't take it like Tom Brady can't score anymore. If you haven't seen it, if I jinx it, because last year I thought the Patriots were going to win. It's just crazy. So I hope you guys just comment below. I'm just giving you guys the stats. I'm just giving you guys the roster updates. So you guys can tell who's gonna win, who your honest opinion's going to play well. Obviously, if you haven't seen Todd Gurley, you're just stupid. Todd Gurley's been running great, except the time against the Cowboys. He's been an MVP candidate. Jared Goff been a great system quarterback, and whenever he throws the ball, he can really throw the ball. 2 great seasons in a row for the Rams. They have obviously proven themselves to be a top offensive team in the NFL, and that's what they're more notable from in an offensive standpoint. With Todd Gurley and a good quarterback, and a pretty above average quarterback off Jared Goff, with just Aaron Donald completely just sicking through a defense. It's like a freaking pickaxe each time they get through the gap. I think they have put Ndamukong Suh in the nose for quite a while, and it's been working. somehow the Rams just got all of this to work. Welcome to LA, I guess. It's like the Vegas Golden Knights made the Stanley Cup in the one season since being introduced to the league. Now the Rams just turned up to LA just 2 seasons later, and now they're in the Super Bowl facing off against the frickin' Patriots since like 2001. So something must be right here. Same thing as Tom Brady's still been a consistent quarterback, even though off the BS Miami loss, upsetting losses they had against division rivals, losses that shouldn't have happened in the regular season, the loss they had against the Steelers, dominant performances in the regular season. Tom Brady still throwing up to 300 yards. It's just impossible to just out, just not call the Patriots an odds-on favorite. I'm just giving you guys the selection right now. So obviously, if I make a prediction, like my opinion really matters at the moment, and I'm calling the same thing on you, you want somebody to come out of this. I'm just giving you guys the updates, who you think is gonna win. My opinion, I don't give a shit. I want to watch a Super Bowl because it's been the Patriots for the last, I think, 3 to 4 seasons. I mean, like 3 seasons, and they're yet to look like a tired franchise. So if they win, they win. If they do this, Patriots, the Patriots are maybe the best team in the NFL ever, and Tom Brady's one of the greatest quarterbacks. Rams win this, a resurging franchise with maybe a change of pace thanks to Eagles beat them to have their first franchise Super Bowl in 50 years, 50 something odd years, and the Rams are having two comeback years after the St. Louis shit and Derek Fisher shit, and you know, kind of had themselves on the shelf for over a decade with some young or developmental talent going, on the rag. Cause like Steven Jackson, Laurinaitis, Sam Bradford had a few decent seasons in the Rams back when they were in St. Louis. People forgot Nick Foles and Case Keenum were on the same team. A lot of fucking awkward. I don't know why I'm censoring myself. A lot of freaking awkward moments happened to the St. Louis franchise with them only making I think 2 playoff appearances. So sadly, it's shocking that there's some stuff that's done right for this franchise. So I hope this becomes an entertaining game like it's been for the past 2 Super Bowls. That's literally my thoughts on it. I just want it to be a great high scoring, high octane, physical game of football because obviously I need to get that taste in my mouth of watching a Pro Bowl. So, in my case, I'm just doing this to watch good football. If you guys are Rams fans, Patriots fans, or previous, or just football, or fans of a different football team, you obviously want a team to win out of this. I just want to watch good football, in my opinion. So, thanks for watching. Comment below who you think's gonna win, and unsubscribe. Thanks for watching.